Aries, I'm hearing that the time for you to be sacrificing or feeling stuck or feeling like things aren't working out is over. Okay? I'm hearing that you have sacrificed enough and it's time to let that go. I'm hearing it's time to go ahead and start focusing and throwing yourself into something that is going to be more productive, like work. Okay? Because that's how it looks here. Spirit is saying, to go ahead and start working on something. It's time for you to start taking initiative in something. This could be a project, this could be in a career. For the sake of the reading, I'm going to say it's a career because it looks like it's a career. I'm hearing this is the time to start nurturing that side of yourself because it's going to lead to abundance. It's going to lead to more, like something more. I'm hearing that right now is the time for you to take advantage of this because this is something that's leading you to something that is faded. So you're going to have some kind of success that's definitely faded, and it's time for you to take advantage of this energy that you're in right now. I'm seeing something that's very high in potential. Okay, so something that you're going to do that's about to bring in its fruit, like you planted a tree, and that tree is now going to get ready to start sprouting. That's what I'm seeing in my third eye. But this is more of like something that you possibly have worked on. Could be a creative project, okay, with the Empress energy. Could be something creative, but doesn't have to be. But it's something that you're working on that's about to start bearing fruit. So this is like, maybe you've been working on something or dealing with something, and now you're going to start seeing results. So Spirit is saying right now is the time to hit it. You ever heard that saying, hit the iron while it's hot? Well, that's what this is. Spirit is saying right now is the time to hit it. Hit the iron while it's hot. I'm hearing that there's a masterpiece in your future. Okay, so something that, like I said, it could be something creative, but it doesn't have to be. But I'm hearing there's a masterpiece in your future here. This could also be something that you're keeping to yourself or you're keeping quiet about. Maybe you haven't told anybody about this project. And it looks like it's going to be something that's going to make you feel very fulfilled. Now, with the Knight of Cups coming out, though, you might be getting a message. So yeah, you might be receiving a message maybe about a career with the Page of Coins energy. This could be about a career, a new beginning in a career, or it could be like maybe you studying for something. Like maybe you try to apply for school to go to go to school or to learn something. Definitely, but it's something that's going to be emotionally fulfilling and economically filling. So money wise, something that's going to help you stay steady, something that's going to help you financially. I see this time where you are going to be very busy and you might have problems balancing things out, like maybe your home life, responsibilities with this new project. So I don't see it being like an easy road. It's going to be kind of like shaky for a little while there. But it's definitely going to be something that's going to be worth it. It's something that you're fated for, and something that's going to be very emotionally fulfilling for you. And for some of you, a wish fulfillment. Okay? I'm also seeing this as pleasure. So even though you're going to have a struggle here, you could very well be enjoying the road. You could be enjoying the new experiences because it looks like you're going to be experiencing new things here, things that are going to be very exciting for you. But Spirit is definitely saying here to prioritize things. So that's something you have to work on, Get your priorities in a row, and then start from the first thing that's your priority and then work your way down. Because if not, you're gonna end up stressing yourself out. And whatever you do, don't try to force something, okay? Because that's another thing it's saying here. Like, don't try to force it. Like, let the universe guide you. Let the universe push you where it wants to push you. The reason for that is because something that you're going to learn here, I see it being something that's going to lead to this. where you're going to take the skills that you've learned, and it looks like you're going to start something new here. And it could even inspire a new idea or a career move that's going to change things for you. You know what I mean? It also indicates, like, patience. It seems like patience is going to be your strongest, what's the word I'm looking for? Attribute. It looks like your patience here is going to be your strongest attribute. It's something that's going to end up helping you. So, of course, be patient with the process. I'm also hearing that results, you're going to see the results, but the results is going to end up leading you to something else. And that's where you're going to have this success. And with the world card, it makes me feel like this could be something where it's going to be global, possibly, okay? Or it's something like you're going to be well known globally, or speaking globally, I'm hearing. But you're definitely going to have a huge, I want to say, life-changing milestone. Yes. Where you're going to have to be focused. This is why you have to go through this period where things are going to be kind of chaotic, because through that you need to learn the skill of staying focused, because that's what's going to pay off here. So that's important that you stay focused. You learn to navigate, because your life is going to change. You're going to be doing something new. Anytime you're doing something new, it's difficult at first, right? Kind of like riding a bike. When you first get on a bicycle, it's hard at first, but then after you learn how to do it, then it's like boom, boom, boom. It's easy. And the next thing you know, you're doing tricks on a bicycle, right? And it looks so easy. Sometimes we see people doing things and we think, oh, that must be so easy, because the person makes it look so easy, right? That's where you want to get to. That's the level that you want to be at, okay? But navigating things, balancing life's demands, and not, quote, sacrificing yourself, because it looks like you've been sacrificing yourself quite a bit. And this could be for many reasons, guys. It could be because of a relationship. It could be because of family obligations. It could be pets, obligations, any kind of obligations, right? Sacrificing yourself and neglecting yourself. That's one thing. That's a pattern inside of you. It's how do I say this? It's something inside of yourself where maybe you were taught this since you were really young. So it's like it's easy to fall back into that, right? It's easy to fall back into something that you've always done. And I think in your whole life you've always have sacrificed yourself for one thing or another. It could be your children. It could be like you sacrifice your time and energy for your children, or you sacrifice for a relationship. You sacrifice for many things, right? Spirit is saying this is a habit. Yeah, I guess you could call it a habit. This is a habit that needs to be worked on, okay? The last thing you want to do is sacrifice yourself, right? When you sacrifice yourself, you wear yourself down. Spirit wants you to not do that. Okay, so learning to balance this period out in your life is very important. Okay, you can't move on into this next chapter and have this success over here without going through this milestone here. So you gotta get through this milestone, or get through this challenge, so you can get to the milestones, right? Like there's gonna be a lot of milestones in your journey, don't get me wrong, but you have to get through this challenge so you can get to the big milestone, because things are going to change and it's going to be quickly, so you got to be on top of things. Now, this new chapter where things are going to change up, like I had said, could require you to travel. You could be traveling, because that's what I'm seeing here, like traveling the world, but for a job. Okay, like part of your work. Or maybe you have to go globally, like maybe you'll have to leave, go to China, go meet somebody there, or something like that, right? It's part of this new chapter of this career move. Okay, so this is going to lead to this, where you're going to be traveling all over the world. And it's important that you learn to prioritize things because, especially, whatever is important to you, because here it looks like you're going to have somebody that's going to feel really touchy about this whole situation. So somebody might not like it. They might not like that you're going to be leaving or you're going to be traveling, things like that. But you are going to be dealing with something here where this person could possibly cause you to stall something. Um, it could be something that's gonna. This person could cause you to like have some kind of argument or something. It's like you're gonna be surrounded by a storm. That's what I'm hearing. And I'm seeing it as a person, okay? But this could also be you actually flying into a storm. But I don't think so. I think this is more of a person because it looks like really it does. It looks like you might be flying in a storm, traveling into a storm. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe you are. That might be confirmation. Okay. So flying in a storm, but this is where like I see you being like in the eye of a storm here. I'm seeing it being with a person, and I'm seeing it being with weather-wise. So that might be confirmation for you, but you are going to need to prioritize things because you are going to have somebody that's going to start feeling really touchy. They're going to be feeling insecure. They might start becoming clingy or something like that, where you're going to have to handle the situation, but not just handle the situation, but you're going to have to handle the situation with logic. Okay? You're going to have to be very logical with that person. Or this could be a storm where it's you. Okay, so maybe for one of you, you're actually going to go through a physical storm. For another one of you, you might be dealing with somebody around you that's going to cause a storm, right? For another one of you, I feel like this could also be like you. It's coming from inside of you. Like you feeling unsure or chaotic, or you feeling clingy, or you feeling like you just can't see what the future brings, right? Well, here the spirit is basically saying to take that leap of faith, to go ahead and jump into the next phase of your life here. Even though you're not going to see where you're going, but you're going somewhere. It's like it's time for you to go ahead and step into that, into the unknown. Okay, I think that's why it looks like a storm to me here. Like you going toward a storm and you don't know what's going to happen next, right? So you just visualize that you're driving toward a huge storm, and you don't know what's going to happen next, right? This could be just in your career, like traveling and going places. It could be intimidating, going to a new culture, having to learn about that culture, having to learn, what it is that you need to know about that culture, right? Especially for you who's going to be traveling a lot. Part of this new career might have something to do with traveling, guys. I mean, of course, this is not for everybody, but definitely going to be doing some traveling. So this traveling could possibly be the outcome of what you're doing. In other words, maybe you've always wanted to travel and now you're going to have the money to do it. Okay, so it could be for pleasure or it could be for work. Definitely one of you, it's going to be for work. Like you're going to be traveling for work. It's going to be part of what you're doing. And because I see you flying, it makes me feel like maybe one of you is going to be an airplane stewardess and you're going to be flying through a storm. Possibly, okay? It's the only thing I can think of. Or a pilot. Maybe one of you wants to be a pilot, or something to do with flying, okay? And that might be for, confirmation. But I'm being led to tell you this is it. This is it. This is your chance, This is it. This is your chance to do it, to go for it, That's what I'm hearing. Spirit, give us 2 angel numbers here for Aries. Okay, we got 14. I am practical. It says here you are open minded and always up to try something new, yet you are wise enough to stop and think before you jump into things. That's true. But here, Spirit is saying you need to jump, okay? You need to take that leap of faith. Um, it says here, where was I? It says this pragmatic approach helps ensure your time, attention, and efforts are meaningful. Ooh, what's wrong with me today? Meaningful. Okay, I am practical. So put that in the comment section. Okay. Give us another angel number here for Aries spirit, please and thank you. Aries is exciting though, right? You're going to be traveling. I would love to travel. And you know what? This traveling, I don't see it being in your country. I just want you to know. I mean, even though you might do that for pleasure, to go out and travel the world, right? Because we do have the Nine of Cups here. I just want to say this real quick. But this traveling, I'm seeing here, I feel like with the World card, means you're going to be going to other countries, okay? Not in your own country. 44 flipped over. Let's see what 44 has to say. It says your angels are encouraging you to continue on your present life path with diligence and determination, and even greater success will come in the future. That's what I'm talking about. That's what this reading is talking about. You're going to have future success. You know what I'm saying? That's what this reading's about. It says, I am supported. You are supported. I think Spirit wants you to remember this, okay? Especially when you're traveling, going to new places, okay? All right, guys, I'm going to get out of this reading. I hope this helps you knowing. But, yeah, self-sacrificing. Stop. That's it. No more sacrificing yourself to help other people. And there's nothing wrong with helping other people, don't get me wrong. But when you're sacrificing your own time and future and everything, if you just keep doing that, you're just giving away your life, And I'm hearing like right now is not the time to do that. Right now is the time for you to study, get into what it is that you're working on, change your career, you know what I'm saying? Like, get into this. In other words, you got to hit the iron while it's hot, while your stars are lining up in your favor. You got to hit it when it's hot. And maybe in the past you've done it and you've had your reasons for sacrificing yourself. I think we all do it as parents. We sacrifice ourselves. We do things for our children, our pets, our home. And I'm not saying to not do those things, but do it with what's the word I'm trying to look for? Reassess why you're doing it. That's what I'm looking for. Reassess. In other words, reassess it. Make sure that it is necessary, absolutely necessary. I'm not saying not to, say if your mother gets sick, and I'm not saying not to go take care of her. I'm saying to reassess the situation. Is it necessary for you to go do that at this time? You know what I'm saying? And if it is, of course, go take care of your mother and then come back and work on this. Or while she's asleep, taking a nap, you could work on this. You see what I'm saying? Prioritize your time. That's what Spirit wants you to do. Anyways, Aries, I hope this was enlightenment for you. I hope it gives you some knowledge that you needed to know about, okay? But keep going. It's time to get going. That's what it is. Get going. Anyways, guys, catch me in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye.